Good afternoon. This is Tom Prendergast, and we are going to do. Oh, we got some silvers. Thank you very much for coming. This one is setting up your groups. Now, both silvers and golds can set up groups. There are some limitations, not many, for silver, and that is your group doesn't have access to a conference room. When you go gold, you get a really awesome. I don't know. If you've seen other conference rooms, this conference room really is superior to anything else out there. Superior to even the GoToMeeting. GoToMeeting is just, they're backed by some really big, huge worldly investments. So, when you run radio and TV advertisement and print ad and banner ads and email and all that stuff to the tune of millions of dollars, you do get a large share of the market. It's a lesson for all of us to learn. Just being at the top of the search engines not necessarily gives people the recognition of the service that you're promoting. Helps, but it's not the only thing. You do need to invest money in your business, as GoToMeeting has shown. With a less than superior product with a higher than average price, they've got 90% of the market. Okay. So we're going to now focus on the crux of this, is setting up a group. I believe that's what this meeting is all about. Setting up your V2 groups, installing the conference room and setting up a Skype group and making a link to it. The majority of this workshop will be really about Skype, setting up the Skype room. It's important that you understand how that's done, because Skype's kind of touchy the way you work with it. Different versions do different things. So prior to that, we're going to go through just the basic stuff. You got a website. You got a V2. We're in the dashboard right now. And you come down here where it says Veritech or Verigroups and create a new room. Now I'm logged in as marketing. I already have a couple rooms, so I'm going to set up a test room just for this purpose. When you create a new group, you click on that link right there, and you give it a group name. Test group. Seriously, think about keywords. Kind of important, and branding. Like we have a really good large group called the Bullpen. There's the reason why it's called the Bullpen. Select a category. This is going to be about marketing. And type some marketing stuff here. Explanation of what your group's all about. Membership. Decide if a new member can join immediately. Do they need to be approved by you? Do they need to be invited? Or no one may join at this time? Wall viewing. Now, some groups you don't want anybody to see the members or the content unless they join, because what you're talking about is really nobody else's business. So you click nobody. Wall postings. Any members? Group only? Nobody. Oh, I only want my group posting photos, links, or videos to my group. I create my group. I go to my group. I'm now at my group. I can edit my settings to my group. I can change the title, and I can put an image to my group. Now, I don't have an image. Oh, do I have an image? Let's see if I can bring up an image. Let's see. New image. Yeah, that's a good image. Let's do that image. Test group. Paste. The bully pulpit. That will be the name of our group. And we'll edit the profile, push the button, settings uploaded or updated. Do a refresh. I'll see. Okay, now edit photo. I want to put a photo up there. Is there a list of all groups? Yes. You can only see them if you just go to veritech.com. That's where you find them all. Veritech.com, the root domain, has a different function than the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I'm going to edit a photo, and I'm going to choose one of these photos here. Let's do the Veritech has your back photo. That's the panda ping. So we go here, browse, panda ping. There we go. Upload photo. Bada boom, bada beam. Should refresh. And there it is. Okay, edit website info. Title tags, descriptions, so I can set my title tags and stuff. Because these groups are unique pages. They're, this one's veritech.com/group/test_group. You can go and promote these groups to Facebook. In fact, let's see what we get when we go to Facebook and post the link. Veritech has your back. What about that other photo I uploaded? Yeah. So, we'll post that. Boom, there it is. So you can promote your groups, particularly in Facebook. Now, those of you who have some time on Saturday, come to our symbiotic marketing campaign, because I'm going to show you incredible power. I mean, probably more powerful than any other marketing concept on the internet. How you can just have overwhelming results. Part of that will be how you go about marketing in Facebook. Now, I have 500-600 people on my Facebook. I'm not real aggressive with it. Facebook for me is really a place where I test our Veritech systems and integrating into it. But you figure, of the 500 people, let's say I got 100 people in my symbiotic group. Symbiotic. And each one of them has the same average, 500. And we got 50 people in the group. Of that 500, each one probably, let's say each one has 300 unique members in their groups separate from my groups. Okay? We're going to say 50 times 300. That's 15,000 people's pages that it goes to, not just my 500. Gives you some idea of the exponential nature of a symbiotic marketing group campaign. Okay, so we're back to our group and its settings. I don't know why I didn't put that in there. I'd talk to Mike. I might not be doing it right. I'm just learning this stuff too. And our profile, invite members. Well, I have a pretty good sized list of members or friends. I can only invite my friends. So I'm going to invite Marge Rookers. That's one of my test accounts. And invite her. Yeah, it sends an invitation to her. She'll get the invitation. It'll show up in her dashboard. But now, most important thing here is group links. Now, how many people here are in the Veritech support Skype chat? Almost all of you, right? That's asking for an answer, a Y or an N. Yeah, you're all there. How many people are in the bullpen Skype chat? Smaller group. Because a smaller group of people in my bullpen. How many people are in the Platinum Warriors chat group? Well, that's another group of you who are in there. So you understand Skype. I like Skype. The reason why I like Skype because it's instantaneous. I don't have to be looking at a website. It's just, it bongs up. I've always got it on. I use Skype. I wish I owned Skype. I think Skype's a better program than anything else when it comes to that instantaneous ability to communicate with people in an organization. Does anybody here not have Skype installed on their computer? It's recorded, Nan. I already went over that. Oh, where do you invite people to be friends? Just a second. I'll cover that later. Just remind me if I forget it. So does everybody here have Skype? If you don't, say no. If you do, don't say anything. Is there anybody here who does not have Skype? If you do not have Skype, you should get it. It's an integral part. And one of the reasons why I like using it as a side system to what we do for our support in our groups is if for some reason our servers are down. I don't expect that to happen, but it could. We have the ability to lean on Skype. So everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? Veritech's down. And I can respond back, yeah, you know, a meteor or an asteroid hit Cheyenne and it's been wiped out. Or, you know, the power, there's been no wind for a month because we run on wind energy. Or, you know, a backhoe cut the cable or whatever, something happened. You know, rest assured, yeah, everything's cool. Okay, so now we're going to talk about setting up a link to Skype. You all been to the support section, right? Go to support. Go to Skype support. You know, when you click this link right here, it takes you into the Skype room, right? I click on that link. And boom, pops up Veritech support. I close this window, click on the link, brings the window up. That's beautiful, isn't it? All right, so you could do the same thing in your group. And I'm going to show you how that's done. This is our group. I'm going to put that link right there. Are you ready? Okay. I have a slideshow down here in Photoshop. Okay, so we've covered the group conference room, showroom, login access. Creating a group, we already covered that. Clicking on the link right there, covered that. Okay, what we're going to go into now is in order for you to create a Skype chat group, for you to do it, not for me to do it, but for you to do it, because right now I've been doing it for people until I got this recording done. You need Skype version 3.8. Now, I happen to have multiple computers, so on this computer, I have the most recent version. On my secondary computer, I have 3.8, because, I mean, we've got a Skype guru in here who's going to start doing Skype training. Her name's Julie. But as far as I know, this is the way I do it. So there may be other ways to do this, but this is my way. So you got to have 3.8, all right? Then, what you do, waiting for it, there we go. What you do is you go up to the pull-down menu in the main Skype window and you choose Start Public Chat. That's going to bring up a window that you start following through on. So you just, you know, click the start button, you go to the next page, give the chat a topic. Give it a topic from your group. All right, you with me on that so far? Good. You can upload pictures if you want. Okay, the next window. Can anyone post? A participant needs permission to start posting. Participants need permission to start reading and posting. I allow anyone can post because you will be the owner of the Skype chat. You can stop people from posting if they're abusive or kick them out or ban them permanently. Okay, next. And remember, this is all recorded so you can go back and look at this. Now, get code snippets online. Don't click there because Skype, that goes to an address that doesn't work anymore. Copy link to clipboard and link to this chat. So I double click this link here and I copy it. That's what I do because I know that's exactly what it's giving me. I'm going to take that link. We got to manipulate this link a little bit. There's a little game we got to do. And I pasted this link into the Skype chat. This is now the Skype chat window because I've just made this Skype chat. It's a public chat, as you can see up here. I don't have any members in it. This is brand new. I'm pasting this link in here because I'm going to send it to my other Skype over on this computer. I'm also going to add my other account to here. So this is how you add people to this chat. You go to the add chat, scroll down to your list. I have about 4,000, I think, in my list now. Click on that and add it. Come on. There we go. And now I've added a person to this chat. I've actually added my account over here. And I'm promoting me to host. Now, as a host, I can toss people out. I can mute people. See right here, eject and ban and make read only. The host gives you the power to be able to do that. So as the originator of the room with my Initech Skype, I'm the administrator, and I can give host powers to everybody else. Only in this version of Skype. I know, it's weird. Waiting. Alright. Now I'm at my other computer with my newer version of Skype, and you can see the old Initech. I'm the originator. That's my other computer. I hope I'm not confusing you. There's two of me in this Skype chat now. You don't see me because I'm looking at my room, so I only see my members. So there's the other me in here as a member, and the other me, which is the administrator, sent me this link so I could bring it over to this computer so I can continue this work. So I've copied this link. If you look at this link here, I don't need all of this stuff in front of the selected copy. I need it from the word blob equals. I need all of that to the end of that Skype URL. I don't need this HTTP stuff. I just need blob equals and all the rest of that there. Are we making sense so far? Are you with me on this? Okay, good. Okay, so then, after I've copied that, I open up a document, WordPad, and I paste it in here. Okay? There's a reason why, because I need that's part of the string for this custom room. Then there's another part to the string for pasting it into an HTML link. And I get that from my group links management because I've already done this. So I open up in the bullpen my Skype chat. That's my Skype chat, and blob equals, see the blob right there? Skype, question, chat, and blob equals. That's the important part of the string that makes the string work when you click on it to open up into a Skype room. So in order to get that chat there, I did a right button click and I opened up to the actual code, which you can do. And in the code, to find it, I typed Skype equals. It showed up. Here's the code, in Firefox. And so I copied it from the blob and chat Skype. Copied that part. Copied that. Go over to my Word file. And I paste it in the front. Everybody with me so far? So far this is making some sense, right? This is a really cool thing. You don't see this in any other system out there to be able to integrate these things. I'm really into integrating. Okay, so now I've got this full string. See, now I got the two parts of the string combined. I highlight them, I copy them. And in setting up my links, add group link, in my link URL, I take the HTTP out of there. Do not add it to http:// Take all of that out of the field and only paste this part in there. Alright? Confirmed. Don't use HTTP. It should start with link URL. The beginning of that field should start with the word Skype. Nothing in front of it, because it's got a default HTTP. If you leave that HTTP in there, it will not work. Take the HTTP : out. Okay? And then you push the button and the link has been added. And now you see here, I did it as get a topic because this is a demonstration. That's what I named it. Bing. Come here. Wait a minute, right here. See, link text, I gave it a name for that link. That shows up right here. This is in the bullpen. The bullpen already has a Skype chat to it. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the real group, and we're going to go to the bullpen, which is a more of a finished system, so you can see. Here's the bullpen. And down here, you see where it's got group links, the bullpen Skype chat. I click on this, and up opens the bullpen. Now, it'll take you right into it, whether you're a member of the bullpen or not. Let's see that happen again. I'm going to close this window. I'm going to click the bullpen Skype. If it opens up a blank page, just close it. See how it brought the bullpen warrior right up? Boom, even though I closed the window. Bullpen Skype chat. Is that beautiful or what? That gives you incredible communications ability with your team. And after this Saturday, when I teach you symbiotic marketing campaigns and groups, you're going to want to know how to do this. I put this together for James. So James is going to have the best HTML class on the internet. I'm going to work with him until we get it so polished that you understand basic and moderate HTML usage and how to use it. In his group, he's got a Skype chat. I put one in there for him. So as you join the group, then you join the Skype chat, and then save it to your favorites, so that James has an ongoing communication with you 24/7. So if you're working on some HTML and you run into a problem, and you Skype James, and says, yeah, come over, yeah, okay, let me help you out. Let's go into the conference room, go to the Skype chat, click on the enter room button. It could just be you and him, or a couple of you, and then you could throw it up on there. You could look at it and say, oh, here's the problem, fix this, boom, and you're on your way. Do you see that, how much wonderful power that is? I'll tell you what, I'm going to be leaning on Veritech here pretty soon, because honestly, I'm not a cPanel guy. I am a Plesk guy. I voted to have Plesk. All the rest of you voted to have cPanel, because everybody loves cPanel. I don't know cPanel. So I have finally brought a domain over into cPanel to start making it happen, build a WordPress blog for a whole nother purpose of lessons that I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing workshops, you guys, from now on, because I'm not in the bowels of the ship anymore. I'm going to be doing advertising, marketing campaigns, workshops. I'm going to turn you guys into the most powerful marketers on the internet. You know, in my part-time while building Veritech, I built a $10,000 to $15,000 a month income. I didn't do it full-time. I did it maybe with like 6% of my time. Over the last 15 years, 30% of my time has been fighting the forces of evil on the internet, the blacklist, the Yerbal blacklist, the constant spam attacks, the denial of service attacks, the hacking and the attacking. It's been a long journey, and in that time I was able to squeak out maybe 3% of my time to build a $150,000 a year income. Now imagine if I was able to do that full time. Now that the majority that's behind me, instead of me concentrating on me making more money, I'm going to concentrate on teaching you guys how to have success, because that's what lights my fire. I don't live a materialistic life. I don't drive a big old brand new Mercedes-Benz or BMW. I rent a farm. I don't own any land. I rent a nice farm, but I live out in the middle of nowhere. So, my mortgage payment in San Diego was about $5,000-6,000 a month. Here, my rent's $1,000. I got 400 acres and a freshwater creek right in my front yard and a well. Beautiful house. I drive around a 10-year-old F-150, pickup truck. It's reliable because I maintain it, but I don't have any debts. So there are solutions to the quality of your life. My relationship with Christ, my children, my family, my business, and you. It makes me whole to build this system so that you have a place to succeed. That's why we call Facebook monkey business and V2 home-based business. No monkey business here. It's a serious business here, making a living. We want you to do it. Get out of debt, build an alternative income, live anywhere you want. When you live anywhere you want, you can say, hey, I'm living in San Diego. It's really expensive here. Let's see. I think I'll go move to northern New Mexico. It's a lot less expensive. It's still a beautiful country, right? Okay, so that is a very important lesson in setting up groups and putting in the Skype. If you have any issues, I will take James through this because this is kind of HTML. I'll take James through this several times until he gets it right. This is also recorded. Now, we've got some time left. And due to popular demand, I'm going to show you how you do your blogging from Veritech and publish it to your WordPress blogs, etc. So we click on this button here, syndicate. I got a lot of blogs in here. I've been doing this for a while. Cleaned it out, but I still have a lot there. So you click on syndicate. Syndicate gives you this XML file. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Alright, now I'm going to take you over to, this is a WordPress blog. It's a customized WordPress blog. This is one of my other projects. As I focus into our hosting, it'll eventually get to the point where when you install a WordPress blog, you'll get 20 templates like this, all the plugins that you need, all the exploitable stuff removed from these templates, instructions, all that stuff. But until then, we have training and all this stuff. You'll notice that in this blog, you'll see a Marketing Powerhouse seminar. That's one of the blogs that I sent out a while back. I haven't updated that blog. And then you'll also see in here, Shackley by McCasey. That's her RSS feed plugged in here. So every time she updates, it updates my blog. I don't have to come over here and post. All I have to do is come over here and set it up. I set it up with some Twitter feed PHP plugins so that my Twitter is showing up. And Cindy's Twitter is showing up. So I got a pretty awesome setup blog that's pretty much on automatic. So how did I do this? This is the $20 question that Gordon Van Winchell wants to know. All right. Gordon was asking me, well, do I go post to my blog and then come over here to Veritech and post too? And then go over there and post? No. What you do is, I'm going to show you here. You're going to take that XML file. Let's see, I got to go log into this thing. Where is it? I know it's up here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go log in. Okay, so we go here to plugins. And the plugin you need is called FeedSnap. Visit plugin site. We also have this downloadable on Veritech. It doesn't look like he's around anymore. You'll have to get the FeedSnap plugin from us. I got it from her. It's off her site, Meryl. Just like I have an RSS feed, everybody has one. Here's my RSS feed. You'll notice it's veritech.com blog, my username.xml. What's her username? Barefoot. So if we change it to Barefoot, you get her feed. You don't even need to get people's permission to get their feed. Alright, so FeedSnap is the plugin you need. It's obviously the guy who's building it. Let's see what happens when I click on Paul Morley. Yeah, he's abandoned the plugin. We'll have to crack that plugin and continue developing it because it's a nice plugin. Alright, so now I'm going to go to my posts. Shackley by McCasey. We're going to go look at edit. And here's what the link looks like. It's an open bracket, an open square bracket, FeedSnap close square back bracket, and her. See that, Meryl? XML, barefoot XML. And close the FeedSnap. That pulls, with the plugin, that pulls the RSS feed into my system. I go to the next one, post. And I go to Trivita by Prendergast. You'll see this one's Trivita.xml. See it right there? I go to the next post. I have 3 posts in here. I go to the Bully Pulpit, and that one's going to be Veritech.xml. See? And every time I update over in Veritech, it updates here. Now, I don't just have one of these. I have 900 of these. I own 900 some domains. I got them all over the place. Well, then do what Cindy says, Meryl. You can do anything you want. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not telling you this is the only thing to do. There's all kinds of variations to this. I believe in chaos strategies, chaos technology, and chaos campaigns. I don't expect you all to do exactly what I'm doing. I want you all to understand and learn what I do and apply it to what you want to do. Go learn some other stuff from Cindy and apply that. And then you become a mixture of this knowledge, and then what your results will be different, and what your attempts will be different. So it all works together. It becomes harmonious. Okay? Now, another thing that I've done in these is, let's see, I'll go back over to the blog. This particular blog allows you to create a header in the blog so you can create additional information here. But that's this particular blog. That's right, Dan. Alright, so this is important stuff for you to understand. See, also in my blog roll, I got all these abilities to put these backlinks in here. And some of these backlinks go to the Blogger drones. That's a Blogger drone. This is in a subdomain. This is a Blogger drone that comes from the Market Manager. It's a little different than this is the predecessor to our VeriPress. I don't know how many of you are aware of Blogger drones, but they're quite unique little things. They look like blogs, but they aren't. All they do is one thing: is they post an individual letter. And if you don't put a background in your letter, these don't have backgrounds. There's like 20 or 30 different versions of this. But these create your backlinks. And we'll cover Blogger drones in a different class. I'm just showing you the power. If you take the time, and I teach you how to do this. Imagine if you owned, let's just do the numbers. Let's say we have a group. Let's say we have a symbiotic marketing group of 100. All right, so let's start the numbers, 100. Now, each one of those people in that group has 20 domains. So that's times 20. So we have 100 times 20 equals, that's 2,000. Each one of those people have created 100 subdomains. So we multiply that times 100 subdomains. We now have 200,000. In that small symbiotic group, we have 200,000 assets on the internet, all owned by different people, and each person in that group takes the other person's information and adds it into their information. And now another thing that we're going to be teaching you is using, I think it's called FeedLink. And we're going to have a version of that in our Market Manager. What that'll allow you to do is say, okay, I only want the most recent article from Nan, the most recent article from Kevin. I want the last 2 articles from Merrill, and my last 4 from me, and the last 2 from Mike Darling. So I create a cocktail. I create that FeedLink XML. I create 200 of those with a mixture of all the people in my symbiotic marketing group, and I spread that out all over through my system. This may take me a couple of months, but in my group, as I'm increasing our assets from 200,000 to 300,000 to 400,000, that's just our WordPress blogs and our PHPBB forums all working for us in that small group of 50 people. Now, each one of those 50 people also has a market manager, and in the market manager they have created relationships with the top Alexa ranked sites of, say, 500. And we're all posting in our own unique systems over there. So you add another 500 to the 50, that's another what? 25,000 from other authority sites, all working in tandem for the rest of us. Now, while we're doing this, we're promoting, pushing stuff to our own social network systems in a symbiotic relationship. So of those 50 people, and each one of those people has, I think we did the numbers before this already, let's say on the average, those 50 people have 500. Of those 500, they have 300 unique, the other 200 were uncommon, so multiply that by 300. That's another 15,000 exposures just in Facebook. And you can do that in Twitter and LinkedIn and Dig, etc., etc. So what you're going to see happen on this Saturday is going to take all of this workshop stuff that we're doing and make sense out of it and turn it into a massive campaign capability. Now, you don't all have to belong to the same business. In fact, it all should be done in the process of promoting your Veritech business so that you got the premium leads coming in, like the money machine. I don't know how many people have looked at the money machine lately. I promoted my money machine, and I'm getting 30 to 50 premium leads a month. And I'm talking about name, address, city, state, zip, phone, fax, email, and an answer to about 15 questions on how interested they are in a business, because they came here and they took the survey. Now, wouldn't that be an interesting campaign and a symbiotic thing, is for all of you to work together to promote your money machines? Because ultimately, in producing business, you need people to call who are uniquely interested in you. This is what Veritech is all about. If you're gold, stay gold. If you're silver, look, you get a 30-day trial. You got us. We're with you 24 hours a day. There has never been anything like this on the internet. We are a first to market, a system that is as powerful as this. This is extremely powerful. The only reason nobody's heard about it is because we've never really aggressively marketed it. Now I'm ready to aggressively market it, and I'm gearing up to do just that. That's why you see these banner ads. How many people here are aware of the new banner ads? Do you want to see them? Let me open up some of the banner. I'll show you. I'll show you some of them. That's if you. I mean, we got a few minutes here. I'll show you what you see there. When you go there and look at what there is, you're not going to see all of them. I've only shown you a sample of each one. You got to download the zip files. But let's go look at the whole thing. In a second, I got to navigate to it. Alright, so this one has a lot. This one is sort of built as a larger display ad. You all see that okay? Okay, this is a larger display ad that's primarily made for hang on a second. Got an idea here. Having memory issues with my computer. I'm on the road to getting a new computer. This computer is 4 or 5 years old. Okay, so I'm moving the room thing over here. There we go. Okay, now we're in the saddle. Now I don't have to switch back and forth to see her. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through here. There's about 50 graphics in here. Monkey business. Is this perfect for Facebook or what? I mean, think about it. I can't stand Facebook. I mean, I have to pay attention to it. And it really drives me crazy that Facebook's corrupt and that they subscribe to MyWatt, who, in their political agenda, they don't like your site. If your site's Christian, they block it. If it's anti-gay, they block it. If it's pro-Romney, they block it. If it's pro-Obama, they rank it, really, really good. If it's making income on the internet, they block it. They don't like. I mean, it's like this fascist socialist organization over there. It has nothing to do with trust. It has everything to do with if they like it or they approve of your message, and they're linked together. So we got to start working on that campaign, which is going to come in a week from now, and we also have to start working on pulling people into the concept that they're wasting their time on Facebook. It's monkey business. It's great to upload your pictures of your grandchildren or your children and show them off. Right, so there's a story behind each one of these. The next one. Okay, Mr. Slide Machine, bring up the next one, please. Integrated marketing. Strategic development seminars. This one's designed for our seminars, the one coming up this Friday, for you to promote the seminars by sending people to your website. And this is primarily for putting in to Facebook. It's not really designed as an ad size for a lot of the advertising systems out there. I got all of those too, and I'll show those to you here in a minute if we have time. All right, the next one's Integrated Marketing Lite. This one's the dark one. The next one's the light version. So I gave you two versions, okay? Integrated Marketing, the light background. All right, the next one is the symbiotic marketing. Okay, integrated marketing, meshing gears. Symbiotic marketing, the relationship between two unrelated species. Come on, Slide Machine. The shark and the remora. And this is the one with the dark background. Love these ads. I mean, wouldn't that be an awesome billboard on the freeway? Someday we're going to have billboards like this. Okay. Here's another version. Okay, see the different versions? Okay, we got a shark going this way, shark going that way in the dark, shark going that way in the light. Okay, the penguin. Penguin friendly. What does that mean to you when you look at this? We got the penguin, we got the broken chain, the broken link, the Veritech logo. When Google came out with their new analogs, their new scripts, their new whatever you call them, Penguin and Panda, it broke a lot of people's search engine results. So this is a visual. Yeah, you could post this stuff. I mean, be careful about posting these things in forums. It's better to pay for the advertisement. Don't try to sneak in there, Ava, and post one of your ads. You know, this is why you get kicked out because you post ads. You don't engage with the people there. But if you do engage properly, you could use some of these graphics, like in your profile. Primarily, these are for Facebook. Web Builder. Mr. Slide Man. Come on. The Veritech Web Builder. Now that I've made a version of this for you, James. Now, James, you could use this banner, post it, and get a small group of posting it over there on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and point to your HTML group. Hosting. Come on. Click, click. Alright, we're in the hosting. So this is a similar ad. The Veritech, our hosting is included with a professional social network of creating individuals. Professional hosting service. Links. Veritech builds strong links. Visually, people are going to understand exactly what that means. That little guy in the middle represents Veritech keeping the links strong. And it's true. I mean, seriously. I mean, I just watched, let's see, how do I say this politically correct? I just watched the previous member sort of have a fit and leave Veritech in a rather disrespectful way, and delete all of his blogs and kill everything that has anything to do with Veritech. And I've watched his Alexa rankings just dive, or actually climb. They have lost their juice. It's not a good idea. I mean, Veritech has, I literally own hundreds of domains that go back 10, 12 years. They're aged domains. Veritech now has a page ranking, I think, of 4 or 5, and it's in the Alexa ranking around 20,000. But Blogfather and Blastomatic and Vericonference and all of those also have great page ranks and great Alexa rankings and are very aged domains, so they have authority. They give you juice. Okay, friends, this one here. Next slide. Build a social network empire. Yeah, that's nice. I made a lot of these so that you can go into the original file. See, the thing is, I gave you these originals so you can actually go in there if you want to, and you can change them. So when you download that zip file, you're going to get all the Photoshop files. You're going to get this file I'm showing you right now. You're going to get this with all these folders in there, and you can open up the folder. You can change the content, the free blog. You can't refuse. You can change that to say what you want. You can take my picture out, stick your picture in there. Come on. Or just take it out totally, or change the button. You see what I'm saying here? You have that ability. I'll just leave this right here so you can see this. Okay, come on. You can see how my computer is like crapping out on me. SEO V2 Extreme Results. You could go in here and change the colors around if you wanted to. Go to the gradient overlay. Want to change the colors to, let's say, a red. Go to a red. Go to this one here. Turn that into a red. Click OK. OK. You can customize these any way you want. I'm showing this to you so you can see what I'm giving you. I mean, down the road here, I can give you lessons in Photoshop. I can give you lessons in Flash. I can give you lessons in Adobe After Effects. I mean, we can get into some really serious stuff here in teaching that you can't get anywhere else. You know how long I've been using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop? Guess what year it was when I bought Adobe Illustrator? Guess what year? Just somebody throw a year out there. Somebody take a guess. 1985. I've been using Adobe products since 1985, right after Apple came out. My first Adobe Illustrator was for the Apple Plus, that little tiny 7-inch monochromatic screen. I don't know. The only people I know who know this stuff better than me are the people who originally started Adobe. All right? So I can teach this stuff to you until the cows come home. Okay. Social marketing. Get links SEO. I mean, these are really great visuals. The VeraWall, social marketing system. VeraMail, broadcast to email, blogs, RSS feeds, social networks. Seriously, let's talk about the VeraMail system. I mean, I know we got competitors out there for mail like Aweber and GetResponse and Traffic Wave and Constant Contact and Vertical Mail, all these systems. And they're all like, hey, after you post your mail, you can click on this little button in it and go over there to your social marketing systems and push it there. None of them even come close to the magnitude of what our mail does. When you broadcast with our mail, I mean, seriously, literally, if you set your system up, when I broadcast out on my mail, not only am I sending mail out to a huge organization of leads that I have in my system, because I've got huge leads in my systems, I'm also sending it out to 900 domains plus 100 subdomains. That's 90,000. I'm sending it out to 90,000 individual pages. It's taking me years to build all of those, and I've had some help doing it. But think about that. This is why I can go to the top of the search engines with anything I want. But I want to go back in through those and create that feed link thing where I can customize it. And that's why I've worked the system towards building a symbiotic marketing group, so we all work together. We get that going, woohoo! Man, we're talking about some serious business. Okay, here's another one. Get to the top. Okay, slide man, switch it. Boom, boom. Get top rankings with Veritech 2.0. Another great graphic. This is just one of the zip files. There's like 28 of these in here, 29, 30. It's time to change your situation. Income in America, Veritech 2. I mean, it's a compelling thing. 2.0. Here comes the next one. I'll try to get through the rest of these because we're running out of time. Veritech 2.0. Leads, autoresponders, conference rooms, live training and mentoring, and a pencil checking it off. All in red. Red is the call to action color. Soho. When can you retire? How many people here are of retirement age but have discovered not quite the kind of income I was looking for? Or I mean, I have friends older than me who retired and then sat around, retired. They were making okay money and they were dying. They were yelling and screaming at the wife, bored out of their mind. They're like, you know what? I need something to do. I want to go build a business. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with adding, an extra $10,000 a month to your retirement income. Nothing wrong with paying taxes on that. Still in business. This is important to establish our credibility. We've been in business longer than Facebook. We're not as big as Facebook because Facebook had big world money discover him and finance him. But we're still in business. We've been in business since 96, I think, literally. Okay, the Veritech Marketer. We're getting down here near the end here, you can see. The Veritech Marketer. And you can go in here and edit this. See, that's edible right there. That's the actual type. And so is the. Come on. Pop it up. There we go. So you can edit this. This is a solid logo here. You can move all of this around, change it around, add more stuff to it. You can customize these. Top of SEO. I love this ad. Place your business at the top of search engines. Register free. This is a great ad. Succeed. Barry, And these also make great, graphics to put into your blogs and stuff, but these are primarily built for you to advertise with them. Primarily paid advertising. Ultimate SEO. I'm pretty pragmatic about things. I wouldn't want to be doing SEO without Veritech. I wouldn't be able to keep track of everything. I would look like a spider on LSD spread all over the place, with absolutely no clue of all of my assets. I'd be lost without Veritech. Honestly, that's my opinion. There's another Veritech ad. The experienced social network for business. It's true. It's a great thing to put in Facebook, forums, etc. You can reduce and increase the sizes of these. Let's say I want to change my image size to half. So I go to 240. Boom. Now I create a smaller ad. I can use this ad as a display advertisement in sites like InfoWars and Wham, etc. I gave you a list of that, by the way. You have a business? Join V2 for success. So nice, clean ads. You see, I've been in the advertising business since 1984. I started an ad agency. I've been an artist since I was 3. I mean a good artist. I had my 5th grade teacher walk me home, Mr. Alcoin, and knock on the door and tell my mom and my dad, you need to put this kid in very, very effective and top quality art schools. The guy has artistic talent beyond belief. I was doing illustrations and paintings of John the Baptist and Jesus and the crucifix and Babe the Bulrushes, Jesus on the Mount sermon. And these paintings were of the sophistication of my command and knowledge of the anatomy of the hand and the arms and foreshortening and shadows and backgrounds and all that stuff. I had it together when I was 14. So I have this, and then I studied commercial art, and I started at the beginning of TNT Studios in '84 was really a design studio, and I became more sophisticated as I read up on marketing, and became more of a business-to-business marketing firm, and direct mail, and display ads, and conventions, and billboards, and all that stuff. I expanded out to all of that stuff during the computer revolution in the Silicon Valley. I cut my teeth. I met these guys. I met Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs. I met Bill Gates. I met Larry Ellison, John Brazier, Michael Katz. Those are big venture capitalists. I know all those guys, and they know me. Weird that I never bought any stock, but that's not what the Lord had me intended to be. There's another one. So you understand, when you're a member of Veritech, you have me as your designer. How much would you pay for this if you went out? Wait till you start seeing the advanced flash stuff that we're getting ready to do. I'll probably have it all ready by the end of the summer. It's pretty intensive stuff. You saw my first attempt, the Spirit of Veritech. That's like my first baby step. Nancy, I'm showing you the actual file that this stuff is made in. So when you open up that zip file, you got 28 ping graphics, then you got a PSD. That's a Photoshop file. And if you look and read the stuff on the site, it'll tell you to go get GIMP, which is a GUI interface that's free. if you want to go in and edit these things. But really, you need to get Photoshop to do the advanced stuff I'm doing here. Don't concern yourself with that, Nancy. I want you to focus on making money and marketing. Don't start becoming a designer. Let me do that work for you. Okay, puzzle making money, and that's the last one of the batch. I'll zip it all back up. Tired of Facebook monkey bit. That's my favorite one. That's my best one. I'm going to show you. I got an hour and 34 minutes before we go to the other one. You want to see the other one? The other one I really, really like. It's the big panels that are for. This is really for Facebook. Let me show these to you. Those of you who need to go, you're welcome to go. I'm recording this, by the way. Just put up with my Photoshop being slow. Okay, these are our bigger ads. These can be reduced to become column ads in people's WordPress blogs and InfoWars and shtfplan.com and Wham. All those. You can change the sizes of these. Now, this one's not as pretty, but it's actually an informative ad placard. Facebook is all about narcissistic pursuit, a system that exploits attention deficit disorder. It's like trying to study in a shopping mall. Now, that's pretty pointed stuff to say, but it's true. Tired of Facebook monkey business? Try V2, the social network built for your business. V2, the social network for business. Lead portals, opt-in email, SEO platform, webinar rooms, pro hosting, ebooks, peer groups, analytics, market manager. All right? Now we start getting into more of the pretty stuff. Next slide, please. Miss. Hey, slide per. There we go. Veritech Integrated Marketing. The visual tells you it all. I like this ad. V2, where everything is connected in one complete collection of marketing tools and a dynamic social network. Not tonight. Not today. You know what, Meryl? That's James Eckberg can show you that. You know what, James? Why don't you and I do some announcements in the next couple of weeks of workshops? I'll work with you, James. I'll bring in the tools that I use. We'll show this stuff. But Meryl, making a graphic clickable is like HTML beginner. It's open bracket A space hrefs equals quote http://domain.com close quote space target equals random numbers close bracket link or graphic images open bracket image img space source src equals quote the domain to the graphic http://domain.com/images/graphic.jpg close quote close bracket open bracket \a close bracket. There you go. It's that simple. I know it by heart. I can do it with my eyes closed. James will teach you how to do it. Join James' team. Go join his group, Meryl, and get into his simple HTML stuff. Wyoming Wind. There's another one I really like. I love Wyoming. It's got the cowboy. No, this isn't the cowboy one yet. This is Wyoming Wind. This is actually a picture of the wind farm. It's about 10 miles from where our data center is. That's our wind farm. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, Wyoming is the leading edge of wind farming because the wind blows here a lot. Not up here in the north central where I live, but down there in southern Wyoming, if you divided the speed of the wind by 365 days, I think it averages around 40 miles an hour. It actually gets up to hurricane speeds. So you can imagine at 20 degrees below zero and the wind's blowing at 85 miles an hour. The PSDs, Kevin, include all of the PNGs. Just like you see here. This is the same file that is in those zip files. It's got all these all these files in the PNG. There's not a separate PNG for each there's not a separate PSD for each PNG. There's one PSD for a collection of all the PNGs. Okay, so telecommuting is not only good for the environment, it is good for the family. V2 is all about working at home. That's the message. All right, here's the next one. This is green. We are a green company. And here we talk about it. Veritech, 100% green, wind energy driven. And that's what we are, folks. Our heating and cooling is geothermal. All the electricity that we use comes from wind energy. We are in a data center location where we have May East and May West and May Central, and I think they're called Daystar, are all within 3 miles of our data center. So we are connected to the internet through a cable that goes from the West Coast to the East Coast, and that goes from Mexico to Canada, up 90, 80. 80 is May West, and as soon as it crosses 90, it becomes May East. So you got that main. I mean, these are trunk cables that are like 30 feet in diameter, of all nothing but optics. And then May Central goes from way down there to the bottom of New Mexico, Texas, all the way up to the top of Montana, North Dakota to Canada. And those run, those cross, and that intersection is within shooting range. I mean, you could shoot a bullet and hit the center where they intersect. We're right there. The next door to our data center is Daystar's main headquarters. They've got about 1,300 satellite dishes, which are like 50 to 100 feet in diameter, in this gigantic, huge field, pointing to every conceivable satellite up there. Their bandwidth is massive too. So we have so you understand why it's important that we are where we are and what we're doing. We're basically off the grid. When we go down, the rest of the world's already gone down. I kid around with my friends that said, yeah, after the nuclear wars and the rapture and the world's pretty empty, our websites will still be up. All right, here's my favorite one. I love Wyoming because of the Code of the West. There's a code here, an unspoken code. You don't need written contracts. You don't need to lock your doors. You don't need to take the keys out of your truck. Pretty much everybody here is right on. It's like America was 50 years ago. So I put the old windmill up there and the cowboy silhouette. I think it's a neat message that Veritech is that integrity of the Code of the West. Do what you say what you do, ride for the brand, know when to draw the line. All right, here's another green data center. Veritech, 100% green. Is that a beautiful picture? That's a really nice visual ad in my mind. Yep, determination's another. Okay. I got monkey business in here. Yeah, there's monkey business. Okay, we're going to go from monkey business to my favorite, the panda business. Now, see, I'm going to start doing ads where there's the panda is going to represent Veritech and the monkey's going to represent Facebook. I'm going to start incorporating them into a whole new version of ads. I will keep building those banner ads. I will start moving towards animated banner ads, and then as I start getting into Adobe After Effects and Flash, I'll start creating for you Flash ads. But the whole thing here is there has been a mentality, not just in Veritech, but with network marketers in general. Oh, I don't want to spend any money. Well, folks, you better start saving your nickels and dimes, because if you're going to succeed, you're going to need to spend about $15,000 to $30,000 a year or more if you want to build $100,000 to $500,000 a month a year income. So these are ads not designed for you to sneak into a forum and post it, but to actually contact the owner of the forum and pay the $100 a day to have the ad run. Okay? Right? You're understanding where I'm going with this? I'm going to spend the money. We need to spend money. Now this is another one. This is the Mafia one. This is, I think, the picture of Mike, me, and I forget his name. He's in prison now. Mike's not real, fond of this one. He doesn't like being in that picture with Gotti or Gotti, I think his name is. I tell people it's Marius. Yeah, it's me and Marius and Mike. You join us, we promote you. This one is in honor of Ida. Ida is probably one of the most infectiously nice, loving people I've ever met. And she works hard and she's smart. And she's beautiful. So I made this for her. Because I gave her this title. The Queen of the Money Machine. Which she surely is. Okay, now here comes Penguin and Panda. Come on. Another one of my favorite ads. And you got all the ruins in the background from Berlin after it was bombed into oblivion in World War II. Then just the penguin. But in these zip files, you got all of these. And that's me, yours truly, the guy who looks like the Hitman. That's why I got that nickname, the Godfather. I kind of look like one. When I'm dressed up in my suits, I walk into like an Italian restaurant. I get taken to the to the private room. I get the best service, and I'm like, what? Because they think I'm like some hitman or something. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, so that's it for today. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Move this over here. We can close this. Move this over here. Communications. So we go over to resources. Just to remind you one more time. The banners are here. The zip file contains ping graphic files and a master Photoshop file, so you can open the master files and edit them as you need. Then when you come down here to the bottom, the PSD file Photoshop can be edited by GIMP. GIMP is the GNU image manipulation program, freely distributed, and you can get it by clicking here. You download it here. This could very well do everything you need to do. Personally, I prefer Photoshop. Thank you very much. I will see you in an hour and a half. Yeah, ask Skype questions.